I just received a new crafting item, and this one is very simple and very easy that even young kids can do it. This is the way it comes. It comes in a, I buy mine through Amazon at the moment because it just seems to be convenient and easy, but it comes in a little baggie that was over here, and you can see that this comes from China. I don't know what it says because I can't read the language, but it is a diamond painting, and I will show you how it's done. You need to unroll it, and the picture is revealed inside. You can see a cellophane is right over this part here because this here has a tacky glue on it, and that's the part you're going to do the diamond painting. The rest of it is already pre-painted, which of course I would have loved to have done the whole entire art, but it is not what this one is. So you can see it's a little girl and a little boy on the beach running through some water. And when you unroll it to the end, you see that's what's included is the rest of what you need for it. This here is, at the top you can see it says DIY diamond paint and other words written in a Chinese language. And this here gives you your guide for the side about what colors you should have included and the numbers they correspond with. So for this one it's 1 through 8, and you can see number 1 is white, 2 is a very faint light, kind of like an off-white, then 3 is a faint pink, 4 is kind of like a gold, 5 is another type of a white, but it has a little bit of beige in there, which I'm not sure if you can see, but it's different than white, so it's kind of beige. Another yellow, and then a deeper gold. Okay, so I will show you these other items. You get this here tray and the stylus and a piece of, I call it a wax, but it's kind of like a waxy goo. So you put it in the stylus, which I'll show you how to do everything to make it easier to pick up all of these particular diamond resins or little gems or whatever you want to call them. So I'm going to open this up off camera, so give me one moment and I will show you what it's all about and how to do it. Okay, so I've set everything out. As you can see, I have all of the numbered packets 1 through 8, and I set them up above my picture, and they're all sealed right now in the Ziploc sealed baggies. I took number 1 and I sprinkled it into, opened it up and sprinkled it into here, into the tray. And you give it a little shake so that the beads will face up. Then taking the stylus, I took and you can take the little cellophane off and then you kind of just stab it a little bit with that so that it loads the waxy goo inside the stylus. If you can see that, I don't know. Maybe I can do it this way for it to focus. It's not going to focus the best, but I think you can see it's in there. Then, setting this aside, the cellophane is on top of the all the area that needs to be worked on. You can see the numbers in here, and what I do is I pull it back to where I want to start working on it, and what I'm looking for is a number 1. And to be able to go faster with a project, I place my tray right outside of where it's not sticking on the glue part, so that you can, and using the cellophane to rest my wrist on, I can go in, get one of these, and immediately place it on top of the project. So it's very easy, quick and fast, so you don't have to spend a lot of time looking for the tray, looking for where it goes. You're right in the immediate area. And if you can see, I kind of if you miss one, or you put it a little bit too far down or something, you can nudge it a little and it will move. So you can see it goes pretty quickly. And I actually, when I work on a project, what I try to do is I try to do a section or a color and get it done and over with, because actually I hate constantly changing colors. And it's so simple to do, so easy. And that one I just got off a little bit. I'm going to try to zoom this in so maybe you can see it a little better, what I'm doing. And this is right on a little fold, so I don't know how easy it is to get that in there, but I did it. Okay, so when I do a section, just to ensure that the beads are going to stick, I put the cellophane back over it and then I rub them and kind of press them down onto the pattern. Not rub them that they'll rub off, but rub them that they'll stick. And as you can see, the cellophane sticks again to the areas that need to be done. And then I position my tray again and go with it, placing the resins. Okay, I'm going to pause it for just one moment. Another technique that I use in making these diamond paintings, as you can see, I've done all the white on the boy figure. I'm moving over to the girl. And what I do is I use the cellophane and I will place it down to the point where there is right below where I need to work. And I set the tray underneath so that I know it's not going to stick on any part of the picture itself. And then again, it's nice and close where you can pick up a bead and immediately go to the point where you need to insert it. And this is hard holding the camera. I wish I had a whatever you call those camera holders, and I plan on getting one pretty soon, but it won't be soon enough. So as you can see, it goes quite quickly because you're keeping your tray very close to the work that you have to do, and you can just bounce back and forth, back and forth, back and forth really nice and easily. So I'm going to complete probably all of it and then show you what it looks like in the end. Okay, so I'll be back. And now, after about 2 hours, this is completed. And as you can see, the girl and boy are dancing in the water with the little cats. You can see how it shimmers and shines. And basically what I'm going to do with this is, the reason I bought it is because I wanted to do some tests to do framing and see what kind of options are available. Such as, like, if I cut this off, trimmed it exactly at the edge, would it fray? What do I need to do with it? And then also just some framing options that I want to do in order to frame some of the other projects that I'm going to be getting in the future. And so that is about it. I'm just letting you see it. I don't know if it's better to stand it up and you can see it. I can stand it up. You can see it a little better from one side to the other. It is a little bent over here because I haven't had it laying flat for very long. So that is it. And I would basically say that if you were to give this particular one to a young child to do, I'm pretty sure they could handle it. And I think that they would absolutely love it that they were able to do this. Now, the diamond painting is basically in lieu of doing cross stitch, because it's basically very similar to it with the concept in cross stitch and this diamond painting. So I believe that if a young child did this, or if someone who wishes they could do cross stitch but they can't, were to take on these type of projects, I think they would be very pleased and happy with it. And as a young child, I think that they would love to have this hung in their room. Okay, so that's it for this video. We'll catch you in the next one.